The emotional journey of developing as a systems thinking practitioner is a much less talked about aspect of the work. It's often happy and joyful, filled with empathy and care. It can also be peppered with feelings of frustration, guilt and shame when we unearth some of the less talked about aspects of the situation. Maybe a situation that's gone wrong in some way. Systems thinkers, particularly as they grow their skills, might unearth things that they themselves have done in the past that they now don't agree with. It might be a decision they've made that they now no longer agree with. Now you've shown me these systems thinking approaches, I can see my organisation really differently. I can see so much stuff that I couldn't see before. Pauline, it makes me feel so frustrated that I couldn't see them before, and so ashamed and guilty about that. Is this mess my fault? No, it isn't your fault. That's just the emotion kicking in as you've discovered new and different ways forward. And it's important that we can get to grips with these emotions. The risk, if we don't, is that we'll never move past them to make new changes that we can now visualise. Of course, there's also a risk that you unexpectedly open up similar wounds in others. As a result, emotions around you might be running high. It's therefore important to consider strategies for self-care as you carry out your systems practice work. I know many a good practitioner who has turned their back on the work because it's been too troubling. The people you engage with along the way might be filled with anxiety, stress, despondency because their situation is seemingly impossible to improve. And when you work amongst this every single day, it can take its toll. I learnt the hard way by diving in head first. I didn't have strategies in place for coping with the emotional toll of the work. And it was painful. I suffered deeply at times, but I soon learned self-care. So if you are a practitioner who has jumped in and you're currently engulfed in the emotional journey, don't despair. I would encourage you to talk to other practitioners about it, because you definitely aren't alone.